Emily, the dog groomer / producer of the Adam and Allison show, is here on the phone because she came up with an idea to do a Friday Feud, little debates for silly topics or whatever. What spawned this idea, Emily?
I'm telling you, as soon as I got on in the car a few days ago and I heard all this tea getting stirred around, I was like, they're being very cordial about this disagreement. And I could tell that you were, being adamant about being Adam, and
yep,
it was awesome. So I felt like maybe that we could get people to do that and be adults about it.
Yeah, so we just want to have debates where we can have strong opinions about things, but we can still be friends at the end of the day.
I mean, it's almost throwing me back to, I was never in a debate class or a debate team, but what I felt like the rules around debate class or debate team was where it's like, you've got to present your argument, but there are no low blows. There's no, going for anything personal. It's just, present your case and we'll see who comes out on top.
So Emily's 10-year-old nephew, Hayden, came up with a bunch of different debates that we could have. Basically, would you rather, this or that type of thing. So today we wanted to have the Android versus iPhone debate.
Yes.
Emily, why don't you start us off? Which side of the fence are you on?
I've had an Apple since I was probably 14. And so my life is so wrapped up into it now, having your Apple ID and everything, and everything's saved on my phone. And even if I did want to swap to an Android, it would be such a hassle to even try to do. So I'm probably just going to be stuck being an iPhone person, which I'm okay with. But, sometimes I'm it gets on my nerves.
See, here's what I will say, and why I think you're fine being an iPhone person, because I think iPhone people are better people than Android people. I truly do. Because if an iPhone person sees somebody with an Android, it's like, oh, that's a nice phone you got there. If an Android person sees somebody with an iPhone, the first thing they will say is how bad your phone is. That iPhone sucks. Androids are so much better. iPhone people don't do that, do they?
I've had some kids do that to me that are like, oh, you have a fancy iPhone. And I'm like, well, it's 3 generations back from the new one. It's not the $2,000 one, but.
Thank you, Emily. Appreciate the idea. The Friday Feud is on. iPhone people versus Android people. Who would you rather be friends with?
Okay, so I see where both of you are coming from of I happen to have an iPhone, a Mac, all that. And so I'm in the cult. I'm fully in it. And I see what you're saying about how Android people can get a little touchy, but I am going to defend Android people, even though I am not one of them, because I feel like as iPhone people, we created the drama because we are never going to live down whenever iPhone was exclusively on AT&T. There was something so hoity-toity about iPhones whenever they first came out, very exclusive, and the rest of us, because I started out with an Android, the rest of us were just looking at that iPhone and feeling like the iPhone people were looking down on us. So I think iPhone people are the people wwho created this drama, not Android people.
Oh, that is so interesting.
Yeah, iPhone people started the fight, Android people are here to finish it.
601-995-1017. It's not necessarily about which phone you would prefer. It's more which type of person would you prefer to be? Android people versus iPhone people.
This is all courtesy of Dog Groomer Emily. She heard some tea being spilled a couple days ago and was like, you guys need a debate segment. And her nephew even came up with this, Android versus iPhone.
And here's kind of the point that I'm trying to make. Android people can own iPhones. If an iPhone owner criticizes somebody for owning an Android, that's an Android person who happens to own an iPhone.
That is so shady.
I'm just saying.
That is so shady. I mean, I have been victim of exactly what you're talking about, where an Android user sees my iPhone and is like, ugh, disgusted. But I think the iPhone created this mess.
Jerry, what do you have to say?
Hey, man, I just called to, put you in your place by making fun of poor people.
I was not making fun of poor people. What do you mean?
The average iPhone costs $1,000. The average Android's about $250. This is a poor people, rich people thing. And as a poor person, I could fight, Adam.
Well, but Jerry, back me up here. Would you look at my iPhone and immediately shame me for being an iPhone person?
look at your iPhone and back you up, brother.
Nah, man, I'm serious. Like, I didn't think it was a rich, poor thing. I just thought, like, I think it's obnoxious whenever Android people want to tell you how bad your phone is.
Yeah, that's a valid point. You know, these rich people, they're just getting out of line.
Thank you very much for the call, Jerry. Appreciate you. Hey, Katrina, welcome to the show. And what would you say? Would you consider the better person to be an iPhone person or an Android person?
I would consider the Android person to be a better person. I've had both phones, and I have an Apple phone.
Uh-huh.
But my daughter and I, we have the same debate. We go back and forth because she has an Android, and every time I can't do something on my phone, oh, you can't do this on your Apple? And, oh, you have to pay for this on your Apple? I get it free. So with that, I would definitely go with the Android phone, but I'm an Apple person.
You can't give it up. Is it the status symbol of having an
I can't give it up.
Is there?
Can't give it up.
I got you, Katrina.
Well, but I feel like, Katrina, I'm defending your point here. I'm saying that, like, iPhone people started this mess by being so exclusive, being only on AT&T, looking down on all the Android people. And so now the Android people are just here to finish the fight. But it sounds like, based on the way your daughter is kind of poking at you about every single thing, is more going to Adam's point that, like, she's constantly putting that iPhone down.
Yes.
Katrina, thank you so much for the call. You have a fantastic weekend, all right?
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye.
Adam and Allison in the morning.